Good evening, everyone. Today is Monday, April 29th, 2024. The time now is 6 p.m. and I will call to order this regular meeting of the Town of Mead Board of Trustees. In accordance with the town's remote participation and remote meeting policy adopted by the Board of Trustees on March 13th, 2023 by Resolution number 21R-2023, remote participation will be allowed. The meeting link has been provided on the town's website and designated posting place 24 hours prior to this meeting. I'd like to remind everyone present, both in person and virtually, of the town's general guidelines for public comment at open meetings. The guidelines are available online and on the entry table. There are 2 public comment opportunities on the agenda for persons in attendance at Town Hall to address the board. The first is limited to items on the agenda, and the second public comment opportunity allows any subject, whether it is on the agenda or not, to be addressed. Excuse me. Mary, roll call, please.
Mayor Whitlow.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Cartwright.
Here.
Trustee Adams.
Here.
Trustee Broadhead.
Here.
Trustee Harris.
Here.
Trustee Parr.
Here.
Trustee Schranz.
Here.
Mayor Whitlow, today is Monday, April 29th, 2024, and you do have a quorum.
Thank you, Mary. Please join me in a moment of silence as for the 3 United States Marshals that were killed in the line of duty today in Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you very much for your time on that. Please stand and join me in Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you again. Okay, next is review and approve agenda. Before we move on, I know that our town attorney has a slight change in the consent agenda. Sir?
This would be for agenda item 9G of the consent agenda, resolution 36R 2024. This resolution approves a new professional services agreement with Tesco for construction management services for the new Mead Community Center. When my office put the contract together, it was my understanding that all of the design management services had been completed. So we set the not to exceed fee for the construction management services at $240,975. There is a remaining $40,000 worth of the scope under the original contract that remains for design management related services. So I'm requesting that the contract be modified to reflect the not to exceed fee of $280,975. Those changes have been made. I have submitted revised documents to the town clerk. So if you have any further questions on that, happy to answer them if you'd like to pull it off of consent, but I'm recommending that it stay on consent with that minor update.
Thank you very much, sir. All right, is there a motion to approve the agenda?
I move to approve the agenda.
Second.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Okay, roll call, please, Mary.
Trustee Parr.
Yes.
Trustee Adams.
Yes.
Trustee Broadhead.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Cartwright.
Yes.
Trustee Schranz.
Yes.
Trustee Harris.
Yes.
Mayor Whitlow.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Motion carries. We have an agenda for this evening. Next is our staff report by our town manager. Ma'am, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mayor. Trustees, you have my report. I do have a couple of things to add. I just received an email from United Power, and they're letting us know that they just approved a 9.5% rate increase effective June 1st. So I know if you read in the paper their divorce from their other part of their conglomerate is through, and I'm not sure if this is related to that, but that's a pretty big increase. So I just wanted to make you aware of it. Also Mary's going to be reaching out. We need to schedule a board retreat in May or June. There's several things we need to talk about as a board, from the upcoming budget, board priorities, a number of projects to weigh in on. So, she'll send out a doodle poll on that. And then finally, I just want to say, first of all, and I usually don't do this, but I have to give total shout out to Mayor Whitlow. On Friday, we got an email from Congresswoman Caravello's office saying that if we wanted to put in for the next round of funding for earmarks or congressional set-asides, we had until today at 4:00. And so Mayor Whitlow sprang forward. We would like to pave County Road 7 from where it's dirt through our segment and Berthoud's segment. It's 2 miles. And we thought that would be a good funding source if we could get it. So our staff, Erica and Robin, jumped forward and started putting together estimates. Mayor Whitlow reached out to the mayor of Berthoud and multiple other people, CDOT, Senator Kirkmeyer, a multitude of people. We ended up with 9 letters of support to put in the application, and Robin just hit send at 4:00. So fingers crossed, but if we were to get this would set a flood level watermark for the town of Mead. But I got to give it up to Mayor Whitlow, because all weekend I kept opening up my email and another letter would come and another letter come. And I think it's a real testimony to relationship building and how quickly we were able to get it. So I just needed to share that, because it's consumed like the last, 48 hours of all our time. Big shout out to our public works team and to our mayor. So I just wanted to say that. And with that, I will answer any questions on my report.
Thank you, Helen. Questions or comments for Helen? Joshua? Go, David. Lights are not coming on.
Where's the O'Reilly's going? Is that going to be over by the Quick Trip?
Yes.
I saw, okay, I was just curious where that was going. Next thing is the baseball field at the elementary school. I know it's not ours, and I know the school is not very cooperative with us in a lot of ways. They do mow the area, they mow the field. They just won't do any weed control on that little infield area. And we are so limited on baseball fields in this town. Is there any way we can just spray the weeds on it? And I mean, talk to St. Vrain Valley. We have a good relationship with them. If all we say, can we just go out there and spray the weeds? They already mow it. All we need to do is control the weeds. Like, how hard would that be? How much could that possibly cost us? And I feel like it would be worth it for the people to be able to use it.
Well, Lorelai can answer that. I don't know if it's a difficulty in spraying the weeds, but I'm not sure that's the thing that's keeping us from using it.
Well, but we're not the only ones that use it. There are lots of other, people in this town that will just go over there and play baseball if it's available. They've got teams from not just the town, but from other organizations that would like to use it. Whether they coordinate that with the school or not is, I don't know. But last year I know a whole bunch of town people got together and went over there and cleaned that field up so that they could use it. And I feel like we could assist in that.
Okay, well, I'll talk to Lorelai. We can ask them, but I don't think doing weed control on somebody else's property without their consent is.
Well, that's why I'm saying get their consent.
Yeah.
Like, talk to them. Like,
Yeah, but I hear you, because it's public property. It's not like it has to be a scheduled event.
Right.
Any school, you can go play in the playground. I totally see what you're saying, but it has been a struggle. But I'll talk to Lorelai and we can reach out and ask them.
Okay, thank you. That's it.
I was just gonna ask, did they give any more information about why such a costly rate hike?
It just says, I'm writing to advise you that United Power's Board of Directors has approved a 9.5% rate increase effective June 1st, 2024. As a key account member, we wanted to let the town of Mead be advised of this rate increase. United Power appreciates its relationship with the town. We are dedicated to you and our mission to safely and responsibly deliver reliable electricity and excellent service to our members. I don't know when their last rate increase was. Most utilities are raising them every year. I don't remember anything of this magnitude, and I also don't know how they're going to get this out to the citizens as well. So, but that's it. That's the entire letter.
They are doing a lot of upgrading of their equipment for renewable energy. They've installed a lot of battery packs all over to collect a lot of that, and I'm sure that's a fairly significant expense to them.
Right. My concern is just for people who are on fixed incomes or
Yeah.
retirees and, people that are not expecting that kind of increase and already with food and gas and everything else that's gone up around them. This is just another blow.
I got it. I understand.
Concerned.
If we could find some way to get this out to the residents, Lorelei, through some kind of social media channel tonight or soon. I'm not sure how many people actually look at their bills if they come, or social media, or how communication is from United Power to our community. So if we could just find some way to let them know on our social media,
We'll do
if
that.
that's okay. All right. Anything else for Helen? All right. Thank you, ma'am, for your report. Thank you for the kind words. All right, we'll move on to our informational items for this evening. We have 3 of them lined up for us. The first one is our Mead Area Chamber of Commerce Annual Update, and I will turn over the podium to the president, Ian Bodley. Sir, you have the podium.
Chuck. Good evening, Mead trustees and Mayor Whitlow. My name is Ian Bodley, and I have the honor of being president of the Mead Chamber. Some of you know me and some of you don't. Thank you for giving me a few moments to speak. The Mead Chamber would like to express our appreciation and thanks for your support. The collaboration and partnership experience between the town of Mead and the Chamber is unique and not experienced everywhere. Special thanks for your financial support that allows us to publish our annual directory of local businesses. We had an exciting, productive, and hardworking 23. Boy, did we. Some of the ways the Mead Chamber gave back to the community through our fundraising included the Mead Police Department raising funds for Shield 616 rifle-rated armored vests. Very neat. Scholarships for high school seniors attending baccalaureate, associate degree, and technical colleges. Teacher Appreciation Week, where we honor and recognize our local faculties. Contributing to the Gold Star Memorial that will be in Founders Park, honoring fallen veterans and their families. Supporting the community with special events such as Trick or Treat Street and Breakfast with Santa. Joint events with the town of Mead, summer block party, movies and concerts in the park, Rockin' and a Reelin', oh boy. The very popular cornhole games, which we are increasing in number for 24. Mead Community Day, the Homecoming Parade, and Christmas in the Park. Recognizing and promoting new local businesses through participation in ribbon cuttings. We welcome these new businesses in 23, Century Homes, Agfinity, and Quick Trip. Collaboration events with local partners. National Night Out, Mead Motorhead Car Show, the joint and regional business after hours event, and the Business Expo and Career Fair. Well, we have a busy 2024 coming up. Yes, we do. Continuing and repeating our 2023 endeavors and events with the addition of community partnership events, and they include the Fishing is Fun Clinic on June 1st, Summer Block Party, June 8th, 6 weeks of cornhole tournaments on Tuesdays starting June 25th through the 30th, the annual golf tournament on July 12th, save the date for National Night Out on August 6th, and we're hoping for no lightning and storms on that one. To wrap it up, so again, thank you for being such a great partner as we promote existing and new businesses in Mead. It's going to be a very exciting year, and we feel very privileged to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ian. Yep, there'll be a
Chief.
small presentation from the chamber.
Want to see you go through the drive-through window. The tube you have to worry about.
Thank you very much, Ian and Jim, and the rest of the folks that are from the chamber here tonight. We appreciate the effort in our community for 23 and in the past and this year coming up. So thank you very much. Next is our police update for by our chief. Or who's up tonight? Okay, Commander Smith is up. Sir, you have the podium.
Thank you, the chamber. Really appreciate that. And the support for the town, but also for what you do for us. We appreciate it. I want to talk a little bit about Police Academy. We had our debut Police Academy last fall. So I'll give you a little bit of an update from that and where we're headed for this fall. It was a great success. We had 12 of our amazing residents that were able to meet with us. We did 10 hours over the course of 5 weeks in the fall in September and October. It was a great opportunity to bring together our community members, our officers. We fostered, I think, a mutual understanding of what we expect from one another. There was transparency that we promoted within the police department. Our instructors, our officers did an outstanding job connecting with the citizens, and they brought the passion and expertise that really enriched that learning experience. And the community members asked some great questions. And it was really good, just kind of back and forth that we kept throughout that time. So we're very excited about that. Our primary goal with the Citizens Academy is to facilitate an environment that encourages open dialogue. We want to build relationships, create mutual understanding between our officers and the community members. We have a very new department, and it's really important for the people to understand its creation and the direction that we're headed. And we know in this day and age with social media, with people's opinions, with sometimes a lot that goes on, there can be misconceptions about what law enforcement is. And so our other goal with the Academy is to demystify what we do and to provide an authentic glimpse into our mission and the vision that we have for our agency and for this community. So we accomplished these goals by discussing 14 different topics. We took our participants kind of on a journey of law enforcement from academy to getting hired, what that looks like, our training that is ongoing. Every week we do training throughout the year. And so we kind of discussed that, the regional partnerships that we've been able to build over the last couple of years, the legal framework, which is obviously something very important that guides our enforcement actions, and then how it is that we investigate crimes, what that looks like from the call all the way to the courts. And so we had an opportunity with Sergeant Holman to kind of take our participants through that entirety of from start of a call to the completion of it. And at the conclusion, we knew we could always do better. So we sought feedback from our Academy participants and the attendees. And based on that amazing feedback, we're guiding the second Academy that's coming up on their responses. So this fall, we're going to host our second Citizen Police Academy. And we're going to build on success of their first year. We're going to extend the program by an additional 5 hours based on some of the feedback. It was quick. We got in, we talked for 2 hours and had questions and answers and oftentimes stay a little bit late. So we're going to extend it to allow more time for that opportunity for some hands-on experience and to gain some deeper discussions and not just be quick and brief and move on to the next point. So hopefully we can get that. So throughout the summer events, we will be promoting our Citizens Police Academy and all these great things the chamber is a part of. We will hopefully be there. We got some pamphlets we'll be handing out. It's our opportunity to engage our community members in what this great event is. And so everybody knows, we've opened the website up. There's an interest form that you can go onto on the Mead Police website. And you can sign up as an interest. It's not a commitment, but it allows us to gauge that level of interest and how many people to prepare and plan for coming up in the fall. So the dates are going to be each Wednesday, September 11th through October 16th. And it's going to be 6:30 to 9 p.m. And it's really going to be an educational and fun environment where we're going to learn from one another and give everybody a really good introduction of who this police department is if you don't know. All the many accomplishments in such a short amount of time that our many amazing officers have been able to accomplish, and really under the leadership of Chief Newbanks, we've had that opportunity. So it's a great opportunity, and really we want to promote that and ask that you do the same in the community. Thank you. Any questions?
Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Commander Smith. The location will be at the Public Works facility.
Yes, most likely.
Okay.
That is our goal because
Okay.
it's the best facility for us with the nice meeting room and some opportunity to get outside a little bit there.
Okay, great. Any questions for Commander Smith? All right. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right. Next is our Community Development Director, Jason Bradford, with an update on our development. Thank you, sir. You have the podium.
All right. So first, I'm going to go through some of the projects that are currently under review in the with the Development Review Committee, or the DRC. That as I've talked about before, the Turion project up on County Road 38 went through PUD approval several months ago. So the next steps would be platting. We haven't seen that application in yet, but I will let you know when we do. Buffalo Highlands is up very close to that, south of County Road 38. They came in for annexation and zoning recently. They're working with staff right now. They're working with the Public Works Department and also some of the local sewer and water districts, trying to figure out how to get water and sewer to that site. So they're in communication with us. The next steps would be platting, but we haven't seen any applications in yet. And again, I'll let you know when we do. This project is postal filing number 3. This is east of, well, south and east of the Home Depot and the FedEx facilities out there east of I-25. This project right now has a preliminary plat that's in review by staff. And we're really excited to see what happens there. Just beginning the process of platting 169 acres there. So we're really excited about that. And I'm sure you'll be seeing more on that here in the next few weeks or a few months. AMK annexation. This is located north of County Road 34, east of the Radarink property. This is a 12-acre parcel that was recently annexed and zoned, and let's see, the annexation and zoning actually is under review right now. And this will be coming to you very soon. Meadow Ridge, this is located east of I-25 and north of Highway 66. This is, let's see how many acres, I think 300 acres. And this is a project that has residential as well as commercial elements to it. The final plat is currently under review. And we're hoping that we'll be able to bring a final plat for your approval here. Hopefully very soon. They're very, very close. Grand Meadow, this is the south 108 acres of what several people know as the Douthit property. This is located north of County Road 28 and east of I-25. 223 single-family detached lots, and that final plat is currently under review, and we're hoping that we'll be able to bring that final plat to you for your approval. Hopefully, maybe this summer or fall. O'Reilly Auto Parts, several of you have been asking about that. That is located directly east of the Quick Trip travel facility that recently opened. This currently, the application is for a site plan, which is the last step in the process. And it's currently being reviewed. The site plan that came in looked really good. So I'm hoping we'll only have to go through a couple rounds of review on this with the Development Review Committee, and we'll be able to see construction starting on that hopefully very, very soon here. Also under review, the shared municipal facilities site located on the east portion of Liberty Ranch subdivision, south of Highway 66 and west of County Road 7. This is a 33 acre parcel that was dedicated to the town for public use. We've been in discussions with the library district, with the fire district. We've been talking about all sorts of different uses for this property. The master plan, as you know, was approved a while back, and we shared that master plan at the Mead open house, that meeting that was held last week, and received some good comments from folks that were taking a look at that. So right now, the preliminary plat application is in review, and we are working on a pre-development agreement with a couple different districts, and we'll bring that document to you for your review and approval, hopefully very soon here. Sugar Beet Solar, this is located, the property surrounds the Public Works administration building out there. I think it's about, 200 acres. And this is planned for solar production facility. There's also a portion, an expansion of parkland, and also a small piece that's dedicated for commercial uses on the corner of County Road 5 and County Road 34. The PUD was approved, and then the next step would be platting, and we have not seen that application yet, but I will let you know when we do. And then finally, Welker Farms. This is a project that we've been talking about for a while. This is located directly east of Ames Park, 36 acres. And this property is now under contract with a developer who has submitted a PUD, which is currently under review. Staff is working with that developer on establishing a mixed-use development that would be appropriate for the downtown. We're really excited about this project, having a mix of commercial and then also some higher density residential. And so once that PUD is ready for your approval, we will bring it to you and see what you think. And then I think this is the last one, the JMB annexation. And this is that almost like a sliver shaped parcel there that's currently in the county. On this map here, everything in pink is in the town's boundary. This is a 16-acre parcel located directly north of the Boulder Scientific Site. And the property owner is working on annexation and zoning and also plating all at the same time. And we will be bringing all of those documents for your review and approval here very, very soon. Something happened to my. Here we go. Projects under construction. So as we've been updating you for several months, the Highlands subdivision is currently under construction. The builder out there is Land Sea Homes, and we're seeing several permits for single-family detached homes every month, and they are moving along really, really well. Red Barn, this recently, we started building homes out there recently. This is Century Homes, approximately 194 acres. This is located north of Highway 66 and west of County Road 13. 454 platted single-family detached lots, and they are moving and building out there, a lot of activity. So it's kind of fun to go out there and take a look at that. And then, of course, Lakeside Canyon, they are moving really quickly with homes out there. This is located east of I-25 and south of County Road 28. 222 platted single-family detached lots, and they are doing several permits every month. And so quite a bit of that subdivision is already built out, and they're moving really quickly. Probably be getting completing that sometime very soon here. And then the waterfront subdivision, this is located west of I-25, south of Highway 66 and east of County Road 7. This is 167 acres, the portion of the development that's north of County Road 28. And they are planning 392 single-family detached lots out there. This property is has been purchased now. It's been purchased by Lennar Homes, and they purchased all of that phase 1, and they're negotiating for remaining phases with the property owner. And this spring or summer, they'll begin grading out there and building infrastructure and starting homes. So very exciting. And then, of course, everybody knows the Quick Trip that recently opened. And then right next to that, directly to the west, is Club Car Wash. They have been working on a site plan for a couple of months now, and working on building that car wash. And I think they're probably going to want to be open here in the next couple of weeks. So we're doing the best that we can to accommodate that schedule. And I'm sure that within the next month, they'll be open and operational. So very exciting. And then, of course, we've been talking about the Gopher Gulch RV Park for quite some time, located on the northeast corner of County Road 5 and Highway 66. An RV park with cottages and tent sites and RV spots, and they are very close to being complete with the construction out there. And we hope that we'll be able to see them open here in this summer. Rangeview Estates. This is located north of Adams Avenue and west of County Road 7, approximately 107 acres with 73 platted single-family detached lots. You probably have seen a couple of houses popping up out of the ground out there. And those are larger lots out there with custom builders. So it's fun to see all the different designs that they're going to have on the houses out there. And I'm sure we'll continue to see a lot of activity there. And then this is exciting. This is new. Mead Place on the northwest corner of Highway 66 and County Road 7. This is 154 acres with a mix of single family detached and commercial and some single family attached and even multifamily in there. The single family detached portion, which is the northern portion of this property, is under contract with Epic Homes. This will be the first time we've that Epic Homes has constructed here in Mead. They're a newer home builder, and we're really excited to see that move forward. And then, of course, directly to the south of us, or not directly to the south of us, but south of us, right on the corner of Welker and County Road 7 is the Agfinity convenience store station that opened last year. And then the car wash began construction recently. And I think they are wanting to be open in May, and I think that should be easy to accommodate. So we'll have another car wash in town opening here this summer, and that'll be exciting. Would you mind advancing to the next screen for me if it's not working for some reason? Thank you. So I just want to give you an update on some of the building permits so far this year. We have issued 35 residential building permits, some of those permits in Rangeview Estates, 9 of them in Red Barn, let's see, 10 of them in Lakeside Canyon and 14 in the Highlands. And then also we've had 2 commercial building permits issued so far this year. One of them was for the Mead Town Center, the core and shell for the building down here. Finally have some owners that are able to go in there and complete that core and shell that was sort of on hold for many years. And then also another exciting project is the Scooter Hinge property. Commercial remodel, and they're working diligently on that property. And so a lot of activity in our downtown, which is very, very exciting. And then finally, I wanted to let you know a couple things that we just found out about very recently. In fact, one of the things we found out just today, the Lizondo football property, which the property owner has been trying to work on getting something going on that for several years, wasn't ever really able to get anything going. But staff received a pre-application consultation request by Meritage Homes for that property just today. So that's really exciting to see something happening there. And then also staff is working with D.R. Horton on a PAC, a pre-application consultation for the first phase of Mead Village, which is right by our middle school and elementary school. So very, very exciting there. And then finally, I wanted to let you know about the Weld County Administration's stakeholder meeting that the Weld County invited staff and elected officials to come to their administration building on April 11th was that meeting. We were invited by the chairman of the Weld County Commission, Kevin Ross, and also the interim planning director, Elizabeth Relford. And I was in attendance along with trustee Broadhead and the mayor. And the purpose of that meeting was to start a dialogue between Weld County and the towns and cities within Weld County, and to increase coordination and cooperation, especially with development proposals that are within the town and city's growth boundaries. And part of the purpose of the meeting was to help define what is urbanized development versus what is non-urbanized development. And obviously the intent there is to have urbanized development happening in towns and cities, and keeping that more agricultural and non-urbanized development in the county. So that was really exciting that Weld County reached out to us with that invitation. And I thought it was a really beneficial meeting, a lot of great dialogue between the cities and the county and the commissioners. Yeah, that was great. One of the things that the county committed to doing is establishing coordinated planning agreements with all the cities and towns, so we can have sort of an understanding about what is the town's role versus what is the county's role. How can we coordinate? How can we communicate? So very productive meeting, and thank you so much for Trustee Broadhead and for Mayor Whitlow for attending with me. And I hope you got as much out of it as I did. So I went through that really quickly. I know everyone's eager to go home, but if you want me to go into any more detail, I'm happy to do so. If you have any questions for me.
Questions or comments for Jason? Trisha?
I just had one. The Lizondo, are they like selling that and the fields are gonna go away, like they're selling it and they don't want their fields there anymore? Just curious.
That's my assumption. We haven't had the pre-application consultation with Meritage Homes yet, but that would be my assumption.
So they're not like dividing it and keeping the football fields and then selling off like part of it.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think they're looking to develop that whole thing into a small subdivision.
That's kind of a bummer to lose the fields there though.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else? Jason, thank you very much for your time
Thank
tonight.
you.
Thank you for
Appreciate it.
updating all of us on what's happening around town.
All right. Happy to do it.
Okay. Okay, we'll move along to our proclamations for tonight. The first one is Clerk Week, May 5th through the 11th of 2024. This first proclamation is an appreciation of our town clerk, Mary Strutt, and our deputy clerk, Marisol Herman. I understand that there will be cake after the meeting, so stay around. Join us. And I've asked Trustee Schrantz to read the proclamation tonight.
Professional Municipal Clerks Week, May 5th through May 11th, 2024. Whereas the office of the professional municipal clerk is the oldest among public servants, and whereas the office of the professional municipal clerk, a time-honored and vital part of local government, exists throughout the world, and whereas municipal clerks provide the professional link between the citizens, the local governing bodies, and agencies of government and other levels. And whereas municipal clerks have pledged to be ever mindful of their neutrality and impartiality, rendering equal service to all. And whereas municipal clerks continually strive to improve the administration of the affairs of the municipality. Now, therefore, Colleen Whitlow, Mayor of Town of Mead, does hereby proclaim May 5th through May 11th, 2024 as Municipal Clerks Week, and further extended appreciation to our professional municipal clerk and deputy clerk for the vital services they perform and their dedication to the town of Mead. Given under her hand on the seal of Town of Mead, Colorado, on the 29th day of April, 2024.
Thank you very much. Is there a motion to approve the signing of this proclamation?
I move to sign that proclamation.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please, Mary.
Trustee Harris,
Yes.
trustee Schrantz,
Yes.
trustee Adams,
Yes.
trustee Broadhead,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Cartwright,
Yes.
trustee Parr,
Yes.
Mayor Whitlow.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Motion carries. And thank you to Mary and Marisol for all you do for us. Appreciate it. All right, next is our Mental Health Month, May 2024. And for this month, we have Ms. Sanchez from the North Range Behavioral Health she's here today. And would you like to share anything with us tonight?
Thanks for having us. Yeah, I'm with North Range Behavioral Health. North Range is the community mental health center for Weld County. And so we serve all of Weld County. The community mental health centers are designed to help all ages, all stages, all circumstances, regardless of ability to pay. And that really is our mission. So we are a nonprofit, private nonprofit. And, we work on a sliding scale fee, and help, from the babies with early childhood mental health all the way to peer support for people who may be aging in life and maybe losing some of the connections and support systems that they might have. And so we have peer support specialists that come in and companion with them and kind of show them what the golden years can look like. My particular department, we do community outreach and education. I'm the marketing and community outreach director. And so part of that department is pretty new. We haven't really done outreach in the past around mental health, but we're finding that normalizing conversations around mental health are one of the most important things in getting people connected to care. Part of my department is also suicide education and support services, and so preventing suicide. And again, what we find is one of the most important things that's a protective factor when it comes to preventing suicide is to have somebody that you trust, that you can talk to. So what I would encourage everyone to do is to think about what you can do to normalize the conversation around mental health, because when people know that they aren't going to be judged or shamed for the complicated feelings that might be happening or the complicated life circumstances that are a little bit tough to navigate right now, they're going to talk about that. And we have no idea how many lives we can save with that. So I just encourage you to continue talking about mental health, and I thank you for supporting it tonight.
Thank you, Ms. Sanchez, for being here. And I'm going to ask the proclamation, then we'll have a photo together. Would that
Yes, that'd be
okay?
great. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, I've asked Mayor Pro Tem Cartwright to read the proclamation tonight.
Whereas now more than ever, we must understand that the health of our minds is as important as our physical health. And whereas 1 in every 4 people are affected by mental illness, with more Weld County residents having reported mental health challenges such as depression, anxiety, or other mental health conditions in the years past. And whereas Mead residents can find recovery through a variety of outpatient, residential, and critical walk-in crisis support options through Weld County's Community Mental Health Center, North Range Behavioral Health. And whereas Mead residents are healthier because of North Range's commitment to preventing hospitalizations, incarcerations, traumas, suicide, and substance use disorder through the collaboration with community health centers, school districts, human services, law enforcement, United Way, and many others. And whereas North Range Behavioral Health's Suicide Education and Support Services, SESS, program supports those who have lost someone to suicide and provides education to Mead residents that help build critical suicide prevention skills. And whereas National Mental Health Month is observed every May to raise awareness about behavioral health, recovery, and hope, the importance of prevention, and the factors that contribute to the mental wellness. Now, therefore, Colleen Whitlow, Mayor of the Town of Mead, does hereby proclaim the month of May 2024 as Mental Health Month and call upon the citizens, government agencies, public and private institutions, businesses, and schools to recommit our community to increasing awareness and understanding of behavioral health and understanding the need for appropriate and accessible services for all citizens. Given under her hand and seal, the Town of Mead, Colorado, on this 29th day of April 2024.
Thank you very much. Is there a motion to approve the signing of this proclamation?
I make a motion to approve the proclamation.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call, please, Mary.
Trustee Adams,
Yes.
trustee Harris,
Yes.
trustee Broadhead,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Cartwright,
Yes.
trustee Strands,
Yeah.
trustee Parr,
Yes.
Mayor Whitlow.
Yes. Motion carries. We'll be right there in just a second as soon as I sign. And we'll go get a photo with Miss Sanchez. Okay. Thank you very much for everyone's time on that. Our final proclamation tonight is Military Appreciation Month, May 2024, and I've asked trustee Broadhead to read the proclamation.
Military Appreciation Month, May 2024. Whereas for generations, the freedom and security enjoyed by the citizens of the United States are direct results of the continued vigilance and service of the United States Armed Forces over the history of our great nation. And whereas the sacrifices of those who served, those currently serving, and the family members that support them have preserved the liberties that have enriched our great nation, making it unique in the world community. And whereas in 2004, the United States Congress passed a resolution proclaiming May as National Military Appreciation Month, encouraging all citizens to honor current and former members of the United States Armed Forces and their families, including those who made the ultimate sacrifice. And whereas the month of May was selected for this display of patriotism because during this month we celebrate Victory in Europe VE Day, Military Spouse Day, Loyalty Day, Armed Forces Day, National Day of Prayer and Memory Day, and come on. Whereas during Military Appreciation Month, we are reminded of the important role the United States Armed Forces have played in the history and development of our country and state, and our responsibility as Americans to support and honor the selfless service of our military families. And now, therefore, Colleen Whitlow, Mayor of the Town of Mead, does hereby proclaim the month of May 2024 as Military Appreciation Month in the Town of Mead, recognizing our Mead service members and veterans, and remembering with deep gratitude the men and women who have given their lives in defense of our freedom, given under her hand and seal of the Town of Mead, Colorado, on this 29th day of April 2024.
Thanks, Deb. Is there a motion to approve the signing of this proclamation?
I'll move to sign this proclamation.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Cartwright,
Yes.
trustee Parr,
Yes.
trustee Harris,
Yes.
trustee Adams,
Yes.
trustee Broadhead,
Yes.
trustee Strands,
Yes.
Mayor Whitlow.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Motion carries. And thank you for reading the proclamations tonight, and thank you for all of our military members. Next is our first public comment of the evening. The board welcomes public comment for any item on the agenda. We will take comments for items not on the agenda during the second public comment, number 10. The board will listen to your comments and take them into consideration. If you desire a conversation, please email the board or the town manager or attend the monthly coffee with the mayor, which is this Saturday. If you wish to speak during this public comment period, please adhere to the town's general guidelines. Please start by stating your full name and address for the record. Each speaker will have 3 minutes to address the Board of Trustees, and if you are representing a group, you will have 5 minutes. And please approach the podium if you'd like to be heard tonight. Anyone here that would like to speak to the board? All right, seeing none, we'll move on to our consent agenda. The consent agenda contains items which are considered routine and are approved with one motion and vote. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda with the revision of resolution number 36R 2024 before the total to not exceed $280,000.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please, Mary.
Trustee Strands,
Yes.
trustee Adams,
Yes.
trustee Broadhead,
yes,
trustee Parr,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Cartwright,
Yes.
trustee Harris,
Yes.
Mayor Whitlow.
Yes, motion carries. Thank you very much, staff, for putting this together tonight. Very exciting what's happening with our little town. Next is our public comment number 10. This brings us to the second regular public comment period. This comment period is for any item, whether it is on the agenda or not. All other guidelines previously stated do apply. Is there anybody that would like to speak to the board on anything? All right, seeing none. I want to turn it over to the best man in the house about talking about legislation. It's almost over, 9 more days. Sir?
Well, thank you, Mayor and trustees. I was informed by the town manager and some key department heads this morning that I had to wrap up my legislative update before the Nuggets game tipped off. So by my clock, I have an entire hour that I get. No, I just.
There's pregame ceremony.
Okay. Okay, but Mayor, you're absolutely right. The legislature did convene on January 10th, and they're scheduled to adjourn on May 8th, which is a week from this coming Wednesday. So there are 10 days left in the session, 9 days after. They're probably there right now, and we'll be working late into the night. At this point, the General Assembly has yet to act on literally hundreds of bills. Many are expected to die in the appropriations committees in each chamber because of lack of funding. Even if those bills have support from the sponsors and each of the houses. Many other pieces of legislation may end up dying given the lack of time left in the session. I would note that in an attempt to get through the backlog of bills that are still on the calendar for consideration, automatic rule changes took place effective today, 10 days before the end of the session. And this means that bills will start to move more swiftly through committees and through both chambers. But there's a lot that also makes the process a lot less predictable because some of the normal procedural rules have been suspended. At the March 25th regular meeting, the board considered and passed 4 resolutions that were taking an official position of opposition to 4 specific pieces of legislation. So I'm going to focus the majority of my brief presentation this evening on those 4 pieces of legislation with a couple of other quick updates at the end. So the first bill that you have been following is the Transit-Oriented Communities Bill, House Bill 24-1313. That bill still, in its current form, withholds Highway User Tax Fund or HUTF funding. That was considered by the Senate Local Government and Housing Committee last Tuesday on the 23rd. After a few hours of testimony, the bill was laid over for action to another day. As you know, that bill is aimed at increasing housing density near transit stops by mandating local governments to increase housing density. And then if a local government fails to rezone by a date certain, the state will have the ability to revoke the HUTF funding, which is used for road maintenance and safety. This component seems to be the main sticking point for several of the senators and was a large focus of the multiple hour testimony. The committee was supposed to meet on Thursday last week on the 25th to take a vote on the bill, but it was laid over yet again. Another pressure point on this bill is that even if it makes its way through the Senate as amended, it will still need to go back to the House, and the House will need to accept the proposed amendments from the Senate. And that's not necessarily guaranteed to happen. The second bill that this board opposed was the bill that would eliminate minimum parking requirements. That's House Bill 24-1304. That was referred to appropriations and was passed out of committee last week on the 25th and referred back to the Senate. This is the bill that would prohibit local governments from enacting or enforcing parking minimums for any residential or commercial development, which may result in overcrowded streets. CML testified in opposition to that bill. And again, this week, it's expected that that bill will move to the Senate floor. The third bill that you opposed was equal access to public meetings, which would really increase the cost of having to broadcast all public meetings. And as of today, when I checked, that is not yet on appropriations calendar. So that may be one that is expected to maybe, not make its way through before the end of the session. And then finally, the fourth of the bills that this board took an official position of oppose on is the ADU bill, or House Bill 24-1152. That was heard in committee last week on the 23rd. This is the bill that would prevent local governments across much of the state from limiting where accessory dwelling units, or ADUs, can be built. It was approved by the Senate Local Government and Housing Committee last Tuesday, and it was scheduled to be heard in appropriations on the 25th, but was laid over, indicating that the sponsors may not have the votes to move it to the full Senate. I also just wanted to briefly mention that a lot of these housing and land use related bills were highlighted in a Denver Post article that ran over the weekend on Saturday. I happen to print, it's a pretty short article, but I printed some extra copies. So if any of you would like that, I'll just ask me for that. I'll give you a copy so you can have it on your way home this evening. A couple of just quick other items of note that I wanted to highlight from the session. You remember that CML had also sponsored or were working on a bill that would encourage local governments to conduct a housing needs assessment. That actually is sponsored by Senators Zenzinger and Kirkmeyer. That passed out of the Senate last week, but it has not yet been scheduled in committee. Let me see. One other bill that I thought was interesting that has already received final approval is House Bill 24-1231. That's exciting news for the University of Northern Colorado. The bill will fund a new college of osteopathic medicine at UNC, as well as 3 other medical professional projects for Metropolitan State, downtown Denver, Colorado State University, and Trinidad. And the bill is aimed at helping to provide increased medical training across the state, helping to address the current medical professional shortage here in Colorado. So I think that's good news. And then quickly, 2 bills that I have mentioned in previous updates: House Bill 24-1107, the judicial review of local land use. That has passed the Senate on 3rd reading, and this bill protects local governments from frivolous lawsuits over legitimate local land use decisions made by local governments. So that would increase the protections available to the town under a Rule 106 action. And then finally, I have mentioned that there was a bill, House Bill 24-1283, that would allow a municipality to refer campaign finance complaints back to the Colorado Secretary of State's office. And years ago, the Secretary of State's office always handled local government related municipal finance complaints. And then there was a movement to push that away and let all of the local jurisdictions handle that. This would actually kind of take it back to the way that those complaints used to be handled. And that actually would be, I think, good news for the town. We'd have to bring an ordinance to the board to change our current process, but I think it'd be good to have that flexibility in the future to refer those back to the state. I know there's a number of criminal justice and public safety pieces of legislation that are also making its way through the process right now, including regulating the use of prone restraint and House Bill 241460 related to law enforcement misconduct. I think that the CML is opposed to that legislation as currently written and is probably working very hard to make amendments before the end of the session. But happy to stand for any questions. I did not take the full hour. But anyway.
It's not over
happy to
yet.
stand for any questions.
Not over yet.
But you're right, Mayor, the time is running short for sure.
Yes. Any questions or comments for Marcus? Thank you very much for updating us on that. All right, moving on to elected official reports. Any of the town trustees would like to report on anything? Herman?
I don't have anything to report on, but I would also like to pass on my thanks to you
Oh.
for the things that you have done to move this little town along.
Oh, thank you,
So
Herman.
thank you for your
Thank you,
efforts.
Rich. All right, thank you, Herman. Anything else? All right, I just wanted to mention that I went to the Dr. Cog retreat this weekend. So we had a lot of interesting speakers throughout the night and throughout the all day Saturday. So I just wanted to bring that to the forefront. I was also invited to go to the St. Vrain School tribute to teachers for the very first time. And I thought that was very exciting. They have a lot of energy in that room with over 500 people, all teachers from the St. Vrain and their spouses. So it was very exciting for Jim and I to attend to that. And then Sunday, I got to speak to Representative Caraveo's Youth Advisory Council. We talked about what the role of council in a municipality was. And it was very enlightening to and enjoying to answer questions from high schoolers from all over the area. So I just wanted to take an opportunity to say thank you, whoever is listening, to Representative Caraveo's office. Thank you for the invite, and to St. Vrain too for the invite. And with that, is there anything before we make a motion to adjourn? Okay, is there one?
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Trustee Broadhead,
Yes.
trustee Harris,
Yes.
trustee Parr,
Yes.
trustee Shranz. Mayor Pro Tem Cartwright,
Yes.
trustee Adams,
Yes.
Mayor Whitlow.
Yes. I'd like to say thank you to staff, and I'd like to say thank you to the community for your desire and your commitment to this community. Thank you for you that came to this meeting tonight. Again, those who are listening in, thank you very much for being a part of this community. And it's April 29th. This regular meeting of the Board of Trustees is now adjourned at 7:08. Please drive home before the Nuggets game starts. Thank you very much, and good luck to the Nuggets tonight. And thank you again.
We're gonna end the meeting.